Happy New Year. It is January 1, 2020. Welcome to the new decade. Welcome to the new year. I'm out on the bike path south. The plow actually just came through, so I thought I would hit this today. We're getting a major storm. As you can see, pretty socked in. It's blowing in from the south, so that means it's a little warm. Actually pretty good running, especially since they plow. I took a little YouTube break over the holidays and back at it now and ready to hit the new year. I'm also doing my first run challenge. I always have a purpose in my training, always training for a reason, but I've never done a challenge before. And I guess just because I never felt the need to, I never lack for motivation, so I'm not doing this for motivation purposes. I'm doing it for a special friend of mine from high school. He's been battling severe cancer for a long time, and he, come January 28th, he has a major surgery planned to help, probably the last ditch effort to kind of hopefully survive this cancer, or if we're really honest, maybe just prolong his life for a little bit. If the surgery goes well, he will have a colostomy bag for the rest of his life. So imagine carrying around your hydration pack with you wherever you go, and instead of using it to drink with, you're using it to pee in every day the rest of your life. Think about that. So we started this 28-day challenge starting today, and the idea is to get a group of our friends to help support Kevin leading into this surgery. And we left it open-ended. It's a 28-day challenge. We're leaving it up to everybody just to be creative, but to use the number 28 in your challenge. So my challenge is, within these 28 days, starting today, I am going to amass 280 miles in those 28 days. So that's easy math, 10 miles a day, 70 miles a week. But I'm not so much focused on the day-to-day, just the overall accumulation. Some days, my strategy right now is to take advantage of the days where I can run longer and accumulate more miles, knowing some days I'm just gonna have to go shorter. So, but accumulating 280 miles within the 28 days. Also, with that, 28 is a perfect number, meaning all of its divisors added up equal to 28. So day 1, day 2, day 4, day 7, day 14, and day 28, I'm gonna do a 28-hour fast. So these first 2 days I'm getting slammed. Not only am I starting the running challenge, but I'm gonna be going 56. Here comes the plow. See the major effort in plowing that we get around here. We're so fortunate. This is a bike path that they're plowing on a holiday on January 1. We're very fortunate. Look at that. Anyways, so getting back to my fasting, I'm going to be doing a 56-hour fast starting at 12 a.m. midnight, January 1. I will be going from that midnight hour to the 56-hour mark. So I'm going 56 hours straight to get my 28 hours in of back-to-back day 1, day 2, to kind of work with the perfect number of 28. So that's my strategy, and it's getting up to the turnaround. I'm at almost 3 miles. I'm gonna turn around. I'm getting in 5 miles. It's mid-morning right now. I got in 5 miles at 1 a.m., kind of a New Year's run. And so getting this run in, I'll get my 10 miles in today, and a good day to start, plus my fast. So anyways, kind of some coaching tips along with this is that this will be the most miles I've run in January probably since I've lived in Jackson, where the winters are pretty extreme. I usually do a lot of strength running during this time, but this will be the most miles I will have run in January, and it's going to be new for me. So that's kind of the point of this coaching tip, is that, you know, a lot of times we look at base building, foundation building, starting of the new year, and starting to mass more miles. Is a couple of mistakes might happen, is that we maybe always focus on doing the same thing just to build our base back up. And if you're doing the same thing all the time, your body's not really adapting to anything new. So if you kind of fall in that category of doing the same type of base building year in, year out, look to do something different. You know, maybe incorporate more hills. Just look back in the past of what you've been doing and say, hey, how can I amass more miles maybe, or more strength miles, and do something very different than you're used to, still accomplishing the base building strategy. Another mistake I see is that a lot of times we assume that our base building is just easy miles, and most of them should be and are, but we should also not forget about doing fast sprints. I've done numerous videos on this, but doing sprints, hill repeats, short efforts within your base building creates muscle economy, creates efficiency. It's all part of building a foundation. Okay, so don't see building a foundation, base building miles, as just always long and easy, or just easy in general. If you're using a heart rate, which I really recommend, make sure you're testing for your heart rate zones and using those so you're working within your own level of ability, but those miles that you are amassing really mean something from a strength training standpoint or from a fat burning standpoint. So super, super important there. Don't rely on the formulas. And, you know, there's a lot of school of thought of, hey, during base building, all you should do is keeping your heart rate really low. You're missing out if you're not doing the sprints. You're missing out on not doing some early season economy and aerobic efficiency and anaerobic efficiency. So there's a lot you can do that isn't just long, easy miles. And I would argue that would be the wrong way to go. So don't use the formulas. Figure out your training zones by doing tests, so you have something to measure it by. So if you're using the formulas, I've had a lot of athletes who would be overtraining or undertraining. So everybody's a little different, and they may work in certain situations, but really look to do a field test and get your own heart rate zones and train appropriately. So, all right. So again, point of this video is get out there. It's January 2020. Dig deep and get a big goal ready. That'll help kind of maybe for you to reflect on what you've always done and maybe change things up this new year, this January, this base building time, to really let your body adapt to something new and improve in a lot of different ways. So, all right, I'm gonna head back up, start running. Still coming down. Our winters, storms like this usually don't bring a lot of wind, which is kind of nice. And it just kind of slowly dumps. I'll probably be with the snowblower maybe twice today. So, all right, thanks for coming in. Thanks for following along this year. Happy New Year. And let's have a good 2020. See ya.